So what is up, amigos? Hope you're doing awesome. My name is Maddie and welcome back to my channel. So there's this Hindi film streaming on ZEE5 right now. On the surface, it's a sweet, emotional journey between a man and a young boy. But what many people may not know is this is actually a remake of a Tamil film that, when it released back in 2019, quietly became one of the most loved, heartfelt surprises of that year. That Tamil film was KD, short for Karupudurai. It was raw, warm, emotional, and incredibly simple in its storytelling. It didn't rely on drama or spectacle, just human connection. And now we have the Hindi version, Kalidhar Lapata, with Abhishek Bachchan in the lead. So the question is, how does this remake hold up? And more importantly, should you be watching it? Let's break it down. Now, before we get into the Hindi version, let's quickly talk a bit about KD, the original. Released in 2019, KD was directed by Madhumita and starred U. Ramaswamy as an elderly man who escapes his own family after learning they want to euthanize him. Yes, that's the starting point. What followed was an unexpectedly warm and funny road movie where he meets a spirited young orphan named Kutti. The two go on a journey together, ticking off a list of wishes and slowly forming a beautiful bond. It was that rare film that balanced laughter and sadness without being too sentimental. Everything about it, from the acting to the dialogues, felt real. No over-the-top drama, just life shown with honesty. Now coming to Kalidhar Lapata, directed again by Madhumita, the same director herself. This remake now stars Abhishek Bachchan as the man who is abandoned by his siblings during the Kumbh Mela because he's suffering from memory loss or dementia. He wakes up confused and alone with no idea who he is or where he belongs. That's when he meets Ballu, played by Devik Baghela, a clever, full-of-life orphan boy who takes him under his wing. Now together, they start their own journey, filled with stolen food, small adventures, and a list of things our protagonist wants to experience even if he can't remember why. Now this is where the story differences really stand out. In KD, the original, the story was about old age, loneliness, and being unwanted by your own family. It had strong themes of morality and regret, but in Kalidhar Lapata, the core emotion shifts. Now it's about identity, memory, and rediscovery. The character is much younger, his mind is foggy, but his body isn't giving up yet. The emotional pull comes from confusion, not despair. So while both films have similar beats, the road journey, the childlike bond, the list of wishes, the impact is not the same. KD hit harder, especially because of its rawness. The emotional scenes felt more grounded, more lived in. Kalidhar Lapata feels more polished, more cinematic, of course, because of a bigger budget. But that's not a bad thing too, just a different tone. Now talking about performances, Abhishek Bachchan gives a very controlled and sincere performance. He doesn't overact, which works well for a character who's mostly confused and passive. He is gentle, believable, and restrained. It's a good fit. But the real star here is Devik Baghela, the kid who plays Ballu. He is energetic, witty, and totally natural. He brings life to every scene and keeps the film moving. His timing, his expressions, and even the emotional moments all feel effortless. Now, Zishan Ayub appears in a supporting role and adds some comic relief and an emotional tone too. And there's a brief but impactful appearance by Nimrat Kaur as the ex-lover that gives the story some weight towards the end. Talking about the technical aspects, the film is shot beautifully. The road visuals, the dusty villages, the bright, chaotic energy of the Kumbh Mela all look very rich and colorful. The music is simple by Amit Trivedi and sits in the background, supporting the scenes without trying to take over. The tone is mostly light, but there are some emotional hits along the way, and credit to the director for not making it melodramatic. It's clean, simple storytelling that families can sit and watch together without discomfort. So my final thoughts, here's the thing. If you've already watched KD, the original Tamil film, you'll probably find Kalidhar Lapata a little softer, a little less impactful, because the original had a raw simplicity and emotional depth that's tough to recreate. But if you haven't seen KD, then this Hindi version will still work for you. It's got a good heart, strong performances, and a clear emotional message. It's easy to watch, easy to relate to, and doesn't drag. It's a decent remake, not better than the original, but respectful of it. Kalidhar Lapata is clean, emotional, emotional and well acted. It may not hit you as deeply as KD, but it still tells a sweet, meaningful story with care. Let me know in the comments, have you seen KD? And if you watched Kalidhar Lapata first, did it work for you emotionally? And if you liked this review, hit that like button, share it with someone who loves simple stories, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more honest film reviews. Thanks for watching today. Take care, stay awesome. I'll see you in the next one, and bye-bye.